loud and loud. Oh, it's bike day. And you know what bike day means? Woo! It means slipping the fucking gear. What's happening, everybody? It's me, Stevie from Scouts Adventures. Welcome to another video on the channel. So, if you guys don't know, today, the 7th of May, 75 years ago, is when the Germans surrendered to the Allies. But the Germans and the Russians kept fighting on till probably closer towards 5 o'clock tomorrow night, and that's why VE Day, Victory in Europe Day, is not till the 8th of May, i.e. tomorrow. But this is the day that Mr. General Yodel, Field Marshal General, whatever the hell they want to call him, Yodel, signed the unconditional surrender of the German armed forces. On the 4th of May, the northern German army had already had surrendered to Montgomery, Field Marshal Montgomery, in a place called Lunenburg, just outside of Hanover. So they'd already been in motion, and obviously Adolf Hitler allegedly shot himself and his new bride, Eva Braun, on the 30th of April 1945. So, if you didn't know, at this point, Heinrich Himmler and the fucking fat man himself, Hermann Goering, had already started putting cogs into motion to basically undermine Hitler and try and break a peace deal with the Allies. The Allies? Not with the Allies. The Allies. And both of their deals would have them as the de facto head of state for the German armed forces and the German Reich at that time. But needless to say, for those of you that don't know, both of them eventually committed suicide. Himmler was captured by the British forces in northern Germany, and he unfortunately took a cyanide pill and killed himself. So he wasn't able to stand trial. You know, fucking head of the SS, the Schutzstaffel, and he was never ever put on trial, unfortunately. But you know, we got what he fucking deserved in the end. He was dead. So, you know, what goes around comes around. And obviously we all know the story about Goering, Hermann Goering, the big fat Reichsmarshal, basically Hitler's deputy second in command, if you will, from around about 1941, 42-ish. And again, like I said, he was captured and he was put on trial in Nuremberg. But literally, and he was sentenced to death. Very clever man. Put up a good fight in the Nuremberg trials. Tried to put himself off as, you know, as innocent and just following orders and all that. But he was also very straight down the line. You know, he told it how it was, and he wasn't shy in coming forward. And he certainly wasn't shy in coming forward when the Allies asked him how or why he'd amassed his own personal art collection, that, you know, basically the greatest artifacts or art artifacts in the world. He ended up getting hold of, and most of the stuff was found on a train. He sent most of it to Bavaria after his gigantic mansion called Caron was scheduled for demolition. It never got demolished, actually. It's still there to this day. So yeah, he packed all of his shit, all of his art, all, you know, stuff by Michelangelo, stuff that was basically pillaged across Europe from all the museums and rich people and so on and so forth. He packed it all into this gigantic train and sent it down to Berchtesgaden in the Alps, because that's where his home was, literally next on the Ober Salzberg, next to Adolf Hitler's Berghof, where I've been. I'll put the link to that up there, actually, so you guys, if you want to check it out, go check it out. But yeah, but unfortunately he was captured. Well, he wasn't captured, he arranged to meet the US Army to try and break a peace deal, like I said before, which kept him as head of state and ahead of the German armed forces. But the Americans arranged to meet with him, and he was eventually met him in a castle in Austria, and from there he proceeded to get wined and dined for about a day and a half by the Allies. Jesus, he got wined and dined, literally. First thing that happened was he was allowed to keep his weapon sidearm, and when he was at the SS Castle where where they met him, he was allowed to keep his sidearm and keep 4 MP40s with him, because he actually thought that the SS, who Martin Bormann, Hitler's fucking rat, basically told the SS to kill Hermann Goering, because he was classed as a traitor, because he tried to, before Hitler shot himself, he tried to instill himself as the head of German state. But goddamn. But anyway, long story short, yeah, that was Mr. Hermann Goering, and he was put on trial in Nuremberg in 45 after he was obviously, you know, arrested by the Allies after he was wined and dined. Crazy. But yeah, so eventually he took his sidearm off him, took all his fucking ribbons, medals, all his stuff that he'd, you know, won during World War One. And bear in mind, Hermann Goering was the head of the Baron von Richthofen squadron during World War Two. You've all probably heard of that, seen that. The red biplanes from World War One. You've probably heard of Baron von Richthofen. Well, when Richthofen got knocked off the perch, i.e. shot down at the sky and died, Hermann Goering took over the Richthofen squadron, and apparently by all, he was a fucking ace. He shot down lots and lots of allied fighters, but he was a bit of an ace, so hence why we got the Paul de Mérite, the Blue Max medal, which not very many people get. Oh, you fucker. But yeah, he got that, and the story behind all that is most of his medals were sold off by the Americans, sold off to raise funds for you know, for after the war and stuff. But a few of his medals went walkies, and it doesn't surprise me at all that some, you know, people like me getting told, oh, you got to guard Hermann Goering, here's all his gear, you know, do not rob it. Aye, right, fucking, it's the Reichsmarshal, the 2IC of the fucking German Reich. Of course the boys like me, young lads, are gonna fucking have off with as much kit as they possibly can. And I don't blame him, I would have done exactly the same. But anyway, some of his kit is in private collections around the world now. Like I say, back to the stuff that he robbed across Europe, all the artifacts and the art. Well, woo, tunnel time. That was, like I said, found in a train tunnel in Berchtesgaden, and it was looted by the locals, and most of it was actually returned to the rightful owners. And he also had tunnels all over Bavaria. And if you've seen The Monuments Men, the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've seen that, this exactly follows the steps of all the art that was robbed. Basically, more or less 90% of it was robbed by Hermann Goering and kept. But yeah, they found it in salt mines and stuff like that, the Americans did, the soldiers. And most of it was returned. I think about 60% of it was returned to the rightful owners. The rest of it just went missing. It's probably, you know, backed away up in Switzerland somewhere, or in private collections around the world. But yeah, so tomorrow is the official day that the Germans and the Russians stopped fighting, and the end of World War II in Europe, VE Day, as it were. And obviously the Japanese kept fighting till late August, September 1945. So we still had lots of guys fighting over in the Pacific. But yeah, Victory in Europe Day was tomorrow. But today was the unconditional surrender, signed by Field Marshal General Jodl of the German Armed Forces, or the Wehrmacht, as they were called. So as you can probably tell, I know a bit about World War II stuff. It's one of my other passions, apart from sitting on this bastard, is doing this stuff as well. So, but yeah, it's all good, man. So tomorrow being Friday the 8th, if you don't know so far, probably most of you do know, I'm doing 2 UK pub style quizzes tomorrow. General knowledge, 5 rounds, 50 questions, 10 questions in each round, just the general knowledge. I'm doing one at 8 PM UK time, so that's 1 PM Mountain Standard Time here in Alberta, and I'll be doing another one for my North American friends, subscribers, and my Aussie mates around about 8 PM, or sorry, 8:30 tomorrow night. 8 PM Mountain Standard Time tomorrow night. 8:30, fucking hell, 8:30 Mountain Standard Time tomorrow night, Friday the 8th of May. So if you can be there, guys, be there as usual. You know what my live streams are like. Last weekend was a bit hacking mental, crazy drunk last weekend, and like most of you know, I was suffering like a bastard on Saturday, the day after. So yeah. I also want to say congratulations to Peril Boy 77. If you haven't seen his channel, I will put his channel link up the top there. He has now surpassed the 4,000 watch hours, and he's been monetized. So congratulations, mate, well deserved. About fucking time. We just got to keep the swearing down now on his channel, so he doesn't get unmonetized or demonetized. But yeah, well done, mate, well deserved, pal. If you haven't seen Peril stuff, go over and check him out, man. He's fucking phenomenal what he does. Funny bloke with funny videos, and he does a live stream every Tuesday night as well. Again, Mountain Standard Time, Pacific, about 7 o'clock, I believe, or 6 or 7 o'clock anyway. So like I said, the quiz tomorrow, both quizzes tomorrow night will be in celebration of VE Day, Victory in Europe Day. Alright, 75th anniversary tomorrow, May the 8th. So yeah, both quizzes, I thought, right, let's do something a little bit different. So I'll do one for the UK guys and people in Europe, and I'll do one for my North American and Australian friends. So be there or be square, guys. I'll need six people to come on, or 5 people including myself, that makes 6, to come on with a team name. Bring your partner if you want and go to the quiz. 50 questions, 5 rounds of 10 questions each, and both quizzes will not be the same. So you lot at the 8 o'clock later will not be allowed to go check out the quiz previous, because it won't be the same anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So if you can join me, please do. Alright, tomorrow's going to be a mad day, celebrating VE Day all day. There'll be drink involved as usual, but if you can make it, guys, be there. And remember, ride safe wherever you are. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and remember, you'll never walk alone. Peace.